You how to flirt so that you can attract more men. Listen close, baby. I don't have a lot of time because I got someplace to go, okay? Let me tell you this right now. You can attract almost any man that you want. I'm telling you this right now. You can get his attention. You can stay on his mind. You can make him almost obsessed with you if you learn how to flirt. And by flirting, what I mean is this. Operating yourself in a conscious way where your voice, your appearance, and the energy that you give off attracts in men. Do you hear what I'm saying? Now, I know for some of y'all, you're like, oh, MJ, this feels like work. It's also work being single and being lonely, darling. So I'm just trying to help you out. Now, am I saying this is going to get you your husband? No. We got to get the options first. And then based on having options, you can then choose which one's going to be your man. But I can tell you this right now. If you want to get more attention from men, listen to what I'm about to tell you, okay? Men are very simple, okay? And one of the things that all men have in common is that they like attention. They love attention. They love to feel like you are attracted to them. I don't care how attractive you believe you are. You may not think you're very attractive at all. But if you give a man enough attention in a balanced way where you're not giving your power away or coming across like you're chasing him or thirsty, if you give him enough attention in a strategic way, that man will think more favorably of you. That's what it comes down to. Sometimes y'all be wondering, how is that girl getting him? Why did he leave her for her? She this, she that, she ain't none of this, she ain't got enough of that. I know I'm so much better than her. She made him feel better. You have to understand this. Men turn from stone to putty in your hands when you cater to their ego and make them feel desirable. This is not intended to be manipulation. You could use for that if you want to, but I would advise that you not. This is intended for you to use with the man that you know you absolutely want, okay? So let's talk about number one ways on I would say the most easy ways on how to flirt. All right, I got many ways. I can teach you more later, okay? But let's start with the easy ways, okay? The first way that you flirt is through your clothing, all right? You have to make sure that when you step out the house, I don't care if you're going to the job or you're going to the gym, you need to make sure that you look in such a way that it invites attention, okay? You don't have to look like a Jezebel. Now, if that's your thing, go for it. But you do need to dress in a way that's going to call men's attention. Someone asked me one time, they said, I go to the gym all the time and there's so many beautiful men there, but none of them look at me. I said, show me your gym outfit. We were on a coaching session. I said, show me your gym outfit, right? She shows me her gym outfit. Why would you wear that? She wearing these baggy pants that don't show her shape. She wearing this big old billowy top. It just doesn't look good. I was like, well, on your face? What's on your face when you go to the gym? What you mean? You put a little something on your cheek? You put a little makeup on? A little something? You don't put nothing on? No. You what about you put a little you put a little something on your neck, a little perfume, a little something on? You don't put a little something on? A little something? No. I'm just going to the gym to work out and go home. But no, you want to get attention there, don't you? Let me show you what's in my gym bag. I always keep a little perfume. Always keep a little perfume. Always got a lip gloss. Okay? And I ain't even looking for nobody. But I don't step out the house if I'm not cute. So you got to start with the way you look. All right? You need to look like you deserve the kind of attention that you want. Okay? Why are you stepping out without your hair done or at least somewhat put together? Okay? So that's number one. You need to be able to look attractive for the attention you're going to get. But after we get past the look of it all, now we're going to get into the meat of it. All right? And listen close because, baby, I'm an expert on this one. You flirt with your eyes first and foremost. Okay? Your eyes can do more talking than your lips ever can. When you see a man that you're interested in, listen. What you're going to first do is you're going to make sure that you can make eye contact with him. Don't worry about does he like me or not. Baby, trust me. What you're doing is going to activate that in him. Trust me on this, okay? So when you see him, what you're going to do is you find a reason to make eye contact with them. But be conscious of your eyes. Don't Just looking like that. Y'all be looking crazy. Girl, no. Look at that man in a way that's seductive or something, honey. Put on a little charisma, a little character, a little something, honey. When you see a man, y'all gonna be the man, I'm gonna be the me, okay? I'm gonna be y'all. So I see a man, I think he's attractive, right? First of all, chest up, ladies. I'm serious. I don't care if you got itty bitties. Hold them up. It's good for your posture, all right? When you see him, it's the 3-second rule. My girls know it. You turn towards him. Find a way to be in his eye shot, right? So when you're in his eye shot, you're going to look at him. 1, 2, 3. And then turn away and keep doing what you were doing. I don't care if you're on the treadmill. I don't care where you at. 3 seconds of eye contact. I'm serious about this, okay? Y'all be saying, why didn't that man come up to me? I feel like he must not have liked me. I was looking at him, but he never came up to me. What invitation did you give him? Understand this. Flirting is nothing more than a non-verbal invitation for him to approach you. That's all it is. So when you are thinking about how to flirt, what you really need to be thinking about subconsciously is, what do I need to do with my face in order to let this man know that if he were to approach me, he won't be rejected? It's that simple. Let's not complicate it. 1, 2, 3. And then you keep doing what you're doing, girls. We got good peripheral vision, don't we? Don't we? Honey, I can read my man's phone password when he's across the room. Do you understand where I'm going with this, honey? We got good peripheral vision. So after you do that, you're going to position yourself in a way where you can see him through your peripheral vision to see, is he still looking at you? More than likely he is. He's intrigued. He feels attractive at this point in time because you give him attention. Do you not know how many men who you think of as very attractive go throughout their day and no one ever flirts with them? No one ever tells them that they're attractive. Why? Because everyone thinks, oh, he's so attractive, I can't tell him that. I bet he gets all the attention in the world. He may get a lot of eyes, but no one ever tells him that he's attractive. So by you giving him a look, that helps. Look over. Now you're going to be near him enough, or somewhere in his vicinity, where you can actually see, is he looking at you? Let's say you're in the grocery store. So you've walked by him on the aisle, walking with your little cart or whatever you walk with, right? And then you walk by him, and as you're walking by him, you look at him 3 seconds, and you keep it moving. Hold your facial expressions, ladies. Make them shake when you walk. Okay? And you're going to find a reason to stop on that aisle. You need to be close enough to him where you can see him out your peripheral vision. I can't emphasize this enough. I don't care if you have to stop in front of the adult Depends, honey. Stop in front of there and find a reason to be near him. So now you're going to do this, and you're looking, turning slightly towards him without looking at him, but you're looking enough in his direction so that you can see him out your peripheral vision. He's here. You're looking. Now you can see, is he looking at you? If that man is looking at you, you don't run over to him and approach him. You are not a man. Okay? What you do is you find a reason to turn around and look in his direction again. And you smile. Show some teeth. If your teeth are ugly, show some cheeks. And you turn back. Now, for some of you ladies, this scares you, like, oh my God, I got to do that. What if he don't like me? What if this? What if that? Girl, let me tell you this, okay? Your current mindset of playing hard to get has left you in a position where nobody's gotten you. A lot of y'all who play hard to get don't got no man. It ain't attracting one no time soon. You got to be a little bit vulnerable here. You need to express interest. And if you can't even look a man in the eyes twice, then what makes you think that you are equipped to actually have a conversation with this man if he walks up to you? You have to let him know. Here's the key to good flirting. Okay, listen close. The key to effective flirting is recognizing that To effectively flirt with someone is to non-verbally communicate to them that you are safe to approach. Right? And then once you all are having a conversation, I'm going to walk you through how to handle that. The key to successful flirting is to express interest or curiosity in them without directly saying, I'm interested in you. Right? You still have to protect yourself because you don't want to put yourself so far out there that you end up, that if you are rejected, it hurts too bad. But you still need to put it out there without putting it out there. Flirting is about subtlety. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. When you make a man feel seen and attractive, he will like you. I am telling you this right now. You are increasing your chances of being liked by him significantly. So what happens then, right? Let's say you're dealing with a shy type of guy. You get where I'm going with this. And he doesn't approach you. And you're like, well, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? He's looking at me, but he's not approaching me. What am I supposed to do? Oh, darling. But that's when we pull out our big guns. And you find a reason to get near him or ask him for help. Just because your mothers didn't teach you this doesn't mean I won't. One of the best ways to flirt with a man is to make him feel powerful. Make him feel like you need him for something. I don't care how small it is. Make him feel powerful. Find a reason to ask him a question. Don't go and compliment him. Not yet, darling. You need to make him feel powerful. It's not approaching him. It's creating an opening for a conversation, if you know what I mean. So let's use the grocery store example again. Excuse me, I know you don't work here. I know you don't work here. Excuse me, I know you don't work here. Can I ask you a question, though? Damsel in distress. Can I ask you a question, though? Are you paying attention? Okay. Can I ask you a question, though? Yeah, sure. I forgot to tell you this. Look at the hand. He better not have one of these. He should not have a ring. Can I ask you a question, though? He's like, yeah, sure. So I'm trying to pick between this and this, but I don't know which one's better. Find a reason to ask him for help. He ain't going to know what he's talking about, but he's going to try. And then once you do that, right, because now you've opened the door for a conversation with him, then you can say something effective. Thank you so much. You're so helpful. Thank you so much. You're so helpful. I appreciate your help. If this man has any remote interest in you or anything's developed, he will pursue the conversation from there. Let me give you an example of what happened with me. I remember this was a while ago. I was at the gym, maybe like 3 years ago. And there was a guy there. I would always see him. Muscular, tall. Looks like he's never missed a day at the gym a day in his life. I wanted to talk to him so bad. I wanted to get his attention is really what I wanted. And so what I then did was I found a reason to work out in the machine near him. So I go to the machine near him. And as I'm looking, I kind of look in this direction, make eye contact. Because I need to just kind of check him out a bit. He looked back, okay, cool. So I'm working on this machine and so on and so forth. But of course I had to play a little dumb, right? Baby, I've been working out for a long time, okay? 2 decades at least. I know how to work a workout machine, trust me. I started looking around like, Because my logic was, let me act like I don't know what I'm doing, so maybe he'll offer some help. So I'm looking around. So of course now I'm looking around, I gotta look in his direction too. What am I looking for? I don't know. I'm just making up some stuff, right? So then he stops, he's like, did you need anything? Yeah, there's like this machine here that's like really good for like this part of your chest. I just can't remember what kind of machine it is. I'm like trying to remember it. You clearly know your machines. What do you recommend? Like, what am I supposed to do for here? Oh, you just use this machine right here. How? I'm sorry, am I disturbing you? Oh, okay, great. How? And I can use, I won't get hurt? Okay. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, what was your name? MJ. Nice to meet you. Open the door. He then goes back to his machine, keeps on doing what he's doing, but now for the rest of the time, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's looking over. You know how it happens, ladies. Now he's looking over. Keeps on looking over. He checking on me. Checking me out is more what it was. Looking over. So he didn't talk to me that particular day. No, he didn't talk to me that particular day. It just was what it was. The next time I was in there, which was like a day or so later, because I would go most days out the week. And he would always come around the same time of day, obviously. Now there was a rapport that was generated at that point in time. We had a rapport. Then it was like, hey, how you doing? Hey, MJ, how you doing? Hey, Rob. I don't remember the same I'm saying that. Hey, Rob. That happened a couple days, maybe after like a week or so. Then he starts the conversation. Do you live here? When did you move here? Da 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 da. You have Instagram or something? Maybe we can exchange numbers. When you flirt with the man appropriately, it may not necessarily result in you changing numbers immediately. But what it can do is open the door to take down the barrier so that the next time you see him, he feels more comfortable engaging with you. Flirting is not a linear activity where I flirt, I get the number, and it works. And that's why a lot of y'all think, I tried flirting, it didn't work. He didn't exchange numbers with me immediately. It's not going to always happen immediately. Sometimes it will, but I would probably say 80% of the time it doesn't. It's that initial flirt, that initial action, that initial acknowledgement that I see your presence and I appreciate your presence. Right? It opens the door for that, so that the wall is now broken down, so that when he leaves that place and goes back home, right, he's now thinking about, oh, it was nice to finally meet her. I never noticed her before, but now I finally noticed her. Wow. So the next time he sees you, he feels comfortable waving. Hey, how you doing today? And you can look back at him. Hey. Girl, y'all be sitting up here, if the man don't ask for your number the first time you see him, or the first time you try to talk to you feel like you rejected and you ignore him from then on out. Girl, no. No. It's the start of it. It's the start of it, darling. I remember a story about my own life, honey. When I met him. Honey, I said, let me go to where I know I'm going to see him every day. Every day, honey. Every day. I'm feminine, but I'm intentional. Quit playing with me, okay, girls? I'm feminine, but I'm intentional. Quit playing with me, all right? Intentional about this job, intentional about this money, intentional about this business. What you think I'm doing? Sitting up here waiting? No, sir. You waiting on a man to find you, and another woman going to find him. Quit playing. I found a reason. First day. I'm sorry. Oh, could you help me with this? I'm just not sure about so-and-so. Next time. Hey, it's good to see you again. My eyes are doing all the communicating for me. Third time. Hey, I'm sorry. Did you want to exchange Instagrams or or phone numbers or something? Absolutely, we can. It works like a charm every time. Every time. Find a reason to compliment him. When you see him one time, find a reason to compliment him. Maybe got a little tattoo. You know what one of my favorite compliments are? Can I tell you it? I love it. He got a tattoo. Don't even ask to look at it. Just start looking at it. Like, he gonna know you're looking at it. I'm sorry. That is such a beautiful tattoo. How long did it take? 5 hours. That is, oh my God, no, these little things, they took like 30 minutes. I couldn't imagine 5 hours, girl, whatever. Don't compliment that man on his muscles. Oh my God, you're so tall. Oh my God, your muscles are so big. Or, girl, or his car, or something that is obvious that every other bird is out here complimenting him on. Don't do that kind of stuff, girl. Find something else. You see what I'm saying? You know he's a musician or something like that. Ask him about that. I don't know. Find a reason to compliment him. Here's the thing about it. I think one of the most effective ways to flirt with a man is not by making him feel attractive, because that's easy, right? One of the most effective ways to flirt with a man is by making him feel seen in a way that other people don't see him. Does that make sense? It's making him feel seen. So, for example, let's say you have access to his Instagram, or you know some parts of his life, and you know that maybe he's a musician. He's really into music or whatever. You know that already, right? Ask him, like, hey, can I ask you a quick question? I'm putting together a playlist for this thing I'm doing this weekend. If you had to pick 5 of your top artists, who would you put on it? It's a way to start a conversation. You know where I'm going with this? It's how you get the conversation going, right? I like to lean into that as a way to flirt. And then after he's answered the question, right, of the 5 artists or whatever it is, then it's, thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you so much. That's incredible. I don't think I could have done this on my own. Thank you so much. Or coming back to him later on, hey, sorry to disturb you. Guess what? He's like, what? You remember the artist you recommended to me last week? Yeah. So I did the playlist like you told me to. I put all of them on there. When I tell you this, everyone was asking for a link to the playlist. They were like literally asking me how did I put it together. I wanted to give you credit. I kind of took the credit a little bit, but I didn't. I was like, oh my God, they love this. This was crazy. Like, you were right. They loved it. Oh my God, how do you know so much about music? Girl, you know he a musician. You already looked at his Instagram. I know so much about music. You get what I'm saying? I think that the most effective way to flirt is by making him feel seen and making him feel like, this is at the later stage as you kind of talk a little bit more, to make him feel like the information that he gives you to help you or whatever it is he's doing for you, that you are so impressed by it. That, wow, this is so amazing. Thank you. Wow, you are so impressed. Can you imagine when you're sitting in front of a man and he just told you some tip about how to do something, you ask him some question, already his ego is boosted because you're asking him questions, right? And then you're like, thank you, this was really amazing. Oh my God, you mind if I just write it down? Because I just want to make sure I remember. This is really good. Thank you. Girl, his ego got boosted. On a cellular level, I'm being dramatic, but I'm serious. But no, on an emotional level, he's going to remember you. Because he will, next time he sees you, next time he thinks about you, he's going to remember how good it felt to talk to you. Remember this. They remember how you make them feel more than they remember what you said or what they said to you. Right? So what you have to do is go the long game. Right? Don't expect, I'm going to flirt with him right now, and then if I don't get his number, then he don't like me. Maybe if this is just some random guy you seen at the grocery store, but that's not really my thing. I know I use it as an example, but I don't really like that approach because it's too high stakes. So unless you have a reasonably high tolerance for potential rejection, you don't want to just be doing this with random guys. You want to try this out on men that you know you're going to see with some degree of regularity. So the guy at the gym, maybe it's someone who you see out and about regularly. Maybe it's somebody at your church. I don't know. Just somebody who you know you may see with some degree of regularity. That's why I think it's so important. People talk about, what can I do to date outside of dating apps? That's why I say, consider joining like a running club where, people go running together. Consider joining different organizations and stuff like that where you're around people who are who are the target type of men that you want. And the way that you engage is through doing this. It's little by little. It's those light flirts. Someone just wrote in here, and I love what she said. Erica Nicole. She says, tap into that masculinity. That is exactly what I'm saying. You tap into his masculinity by tapping into his ego. This is why I say it's not manipulative. I don't know a man out there who's going to say, yeah, don't make me feel good. Don't make me feel smart. Don't make me feel incredible. What fool would say that? No, he likes it. Think about this. How often within his day-to-day do you think this man comes across people who make him feel this way? And my thing is this, I think that y'all be acting too scared. Girl, we got one life to live, for real. We got one life to live. And tomorrow is not promised to none of us. So while you sit up here playing coy, wait on this man to chase you, meanwhile, you're not really giving him any signs that you're chaseable. Eventually what's going to happen, if he's a decent enough catch, is some other woman's going to come along, or some other guy's going to come along, and they're going to give him a level of attention that's going to give him a degree of certainty that he's desired by them, and he's going to pursue them. And you're going to miss out on yet another man. I'm serious about this. Someone just wrote in the chat, they said you got to be subtle in the gym. Why? Who wrote that rule? What's the worst that's going to happen? What's the worst that's going to happen? You're not walking up here putting your hands on the man. Why can't you make eye contact with this man? Why can't you look from across the room and make eye contact with him and smile? And if he doesn't give you that same energy back, then fine, move on. Move on to the next one. If he does give it to you back, great. Now let's go to step 2. Why? What do you really have to lose? But what if he rejects me? You've been rejected before. But what I'm telling you is the way to approach this is not going to open the door for the kind of rejection that you fear. How can someone really reject you if all you did was look and gave him eye contact and smile? You know, there's a way I want you to practice doing this, because a lot of people don't do this at all because of the fact that they don't give eye contact to anyone, even outside of flirting scenarios. What I want you to do is when you're walking down the street, you said, are you saying I should chase this athlete? I never said to chase anybody. But darling, if you want some support on how to navigate that specific situation, schedule a coaching session with me. The link is directly above or below this video. I have clients who are definitely with some high profile men, and I can definitely help you on how to navigate that. My sessions tend to go very quickly, but nonetheless, go ahead and do that. And make sure you get my book. Get my book. Get out of your own way. God to let go of the steps that's holding you back. By MJ Harris, me. You can get it on Amazon or wherever books are sold. When you're walking down the street, what I want you to do is practice making eye contact with people. I don't care if it's the elderly lady who's just walking slow down the street and she's coming in your direction and you're going in her direction. Practice looking people in the eyes. And you don't have to speak. It can just simply be a hello like this. When you're in the grocery store and someone's checking you out, practice looking at that young man or that young woman, even just for 2 seconds. How's your day going? I want you to practice what it feels like to connect with people on a human level, starting with your eyes. Because what I recognize is that a large number of people struggle with the eye contact 3-second rule. They struggle with the idea of flirting. They struggle with all this, not because they are solely afraid of rejection. It's because they're not accustomed to that level of human contact. We go through our day-to-day and we're walking around with our faces down on our phones. I love my phone too, nothing against that. But our faces down, looking at our phone, or we're walking down the street and we're either looking down at the ground or looking past people. We're not actually looking at people. And here's what I want to share with you. When you start looking at people, look them right in the eyes, just for a couple seconds. Hello. And keep on going. It can just be a nod. What you're going to quickly see is, dare I say it, how deeply insecure most people are, especially men. Make a practice looking at men. Most of them are insecure. They're nervous. And how are you going to know it? Because when you look at them in the eyes, they get nervous and look away. It's not rejection, baby. They're just doing the same thing you're accustomed to doing. Honey, you're going to start feeling real powerful when you can develop the habit, the confidence to look people in the eyes, no matter where you go, no matter what you're doing. You're going to come across as more powerful, even in the workplace. You're going to come across as more powerful. But what you're going to also do is increase your own personal sense of confidence, because you're going to recognize just how probably 90% of people just don't do it. And you're going to see the world completely different. It's going to be like taking blinders off. You're like, oh my God, these people are insecure. These people are nervous. These people are afraid to look in the eyes. And that's going to give you power, because what you're going to realize is that when you give someone something like just looking them in the eyes, you're giving them something that's so rare. Most people go through their day-to-day life, especially attractive men, go through their day-to-day life and no one's simply looking them in the eyes. So imagine what happens when you do that. You look him in the eyes and you smile. Not only are you seeing him and making him feel seen, that smile makes him feel desired. It makes him question, is she looking at me? Here's what he's going to do. When you look at him, he's going to do like this. Initially, you may not even make it the full 3 seconds because he's going to look away. If he does that, baby, that doesn't mean that he's not interested. No. That simply means that you've activated him. They malfunction a little bit when you pour that kind of energy into them. That's okay. You look at him, but here's how you know that he actually is interested. He's going to look away and find a way. He's going to sneak and look back and then look away. He's going to do a confirmatory look. Initially, he's going to look away, but he's going to do a confirmatory look back to see if you're still looking at him. That's why I say give it at least 3 seconds. 3 seconds sounds like a short time, but it will feel like a long time because it gives him enough time to do the look away and do the confirmatory look back. And if you get that confirmatory look back, game on, ladies. Hold on. Game on, ladies. Let me tell you, baby. You do that, and you keep on walking. And let's say you walk down the sidewalk, he's walking towards you, and you're looking at him, you give him that. And then you look away, and he does that. And when he goes by you, then you turn around. When he's a little bit further back, and you turn around. If that man turns back to look at you, game on. Game on. All you do is you just stop. You don't go towards him, you just stop. And look back at him like that. And then you pull out your phone like you just stopped to look at something. He'll come to you. What I'm telling you is this. Y'all be trying to figure out, what do I say? What do I do? How do I flirt? Baby, look at him. Make eye contact with him. That's why I think online dating is great. But that's why I love the idea of finding spaces and places where you can meet men in person. They say first impressions count. And I think that the way that a man views and values you, it's much different when he's met you in person. It doesn't mean that you can't meet a good man online. It happens. It happens every day for a lot of people. But I do think that for many people, you may find that you also may have great success, if not greater success, through being in person. Make him feel attractive. Express curiosity in what he's talking about. I'm sorry, what did you just say? That was really interesting. If you're in a large group of people, let's say you're like at like a dinner with friends, and like let's say he's one of the guys at the table, something like that. Make him feel like you think he's the smartest one in the room. Don't worry about what your bald-headed girlfriends beside you and what these other strangers think about what you. Oh, they gonna think I'm thirsty. No. You just have the courage to actually express interest. Do you not know that there are so many people out here who are big grown adults with degrees and houses and cars, and they still are afraid to express interest in people? Many of them are right here on this chat, and I'm not shaming you. But I'm telling you how to stand out. So as he's talking about something, let's say you're at a group, like in a group, this is one of the best ways to flirt. As he's talking, you look at him and you're listening to everything he's saying. It's like this, do the little squint that smiles. He's talking to the group, but you're giving him direct eye contact, and it's And now as he's talking, he keeps seeing you, and he's looking over at you. You've done what you need to do. You've expressed interest. He feels like you're intrigued. He feels attractive. Then after the fact, when everyone's kind of branched off and you have the opportunity for him to approach you, he will. Or now you have the opportunity to maybe sit next to him and start a conversation. Make him feel interesting. Make him feel seen. Make him feel attractive without calling him attractive. These are the easiest ways to flirt and make a man want you. Because here's the thing. When a man believes that you like him, but you're not chasing him, when he feels attractive in your presence, it will increase his curiosity about you. And once you have his curiosity, then you can lean into your feminine energy to lure him in. Notice, I have not told you anywhere within this anything about chasing him or doing anything like that. Flirting is not chasing. Expressing interest in someone is not giving up all your femininity. It's simply letting him know that the door is open so that he can pursue you. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If he's a really good catch, and you know he is, you have a time limit. You can't wait forever, because there are other people out here who are interested in him. And when he goes into these other spaces, work, wherever he goes to within his day, he's coming across those people. So while you're sitting up here pontificating on how to play hard to get and hoping that he will chase you, just know that in these other spaces, he's more than likely coming across people who are willing to be a bit more assertive about their interests, and they will get him before you do. And you can act like, oh, he just don't know my value. He probably is in a relationship. You can come up with whatever narrative that you and your friends want to make up on some phone call when you're trying to justify your inaction. But you will know deep down inside that you really fumbled the ball, because when you have the opportunity to do even the smallest things to invite this man's interest, and then more importantly, to express your interest in him subtly, yet intentionally and clearly, you didn't. So what I'm telling you is this right now. Start practicing eye contact. Let's just start with that. Let's just start practicing eye contact. In your day-to-day life, start looking people in the eyes. Make sure when you look them in the eyes, you smile. Start practicing finding reasons to ask men, I'm sorry, could you help me with this? I'm sorry, I left it. Put your hand right here. I left to grab my shirt a little bit right here. You know why? I'm sorry, could you help me with something? I'm sorry, could you help me with something? I'm sorry, could you help me with something? Excuse me, could you help me? I'm sorry, could you help me with something? So, touch your lips as you talk. Touch your lips. So, I was trying to figure out how to blah. This is my flirtation zone. Hands never leave this area. So I was trying to figure out how to do X, Y, Z, but I just really wasn't sure. So I was just curious. I feel weird saying this, and I hope I'm not overstepping, but would you mind? Could you show me that, please? Or do you know how to so-and-so? Do you know where the so-and-so is? This is your flirt zone. Right here to right here. Thank you so much. It's a circle. You see what I'm saying? Oh, MJ, that seems so fake. Well, real Ruby. Real Ruby. How's it working out for you being so real, sugar? Huh? MJ, I don't know if I can do all that. You can do anything if you try. I learned a whole other language in less than a year and a half from trying. So certainly you can learn a couple of basic flirting techniques. Just try it. You have nothing to lose. And you're right, Melody's Lounge. They love looking at your lips. Really. As they're talking. Really. So I'm going to teach you this real fast before I go. There's a psychological trick you can do. Listen close. Probably should have told you this earlier, right? There's a psychological trick you can do with men that draws their attention in. As you're talking to them, what you do is you talk low so they have to get close, and talk slower to them. Don't talk super fast. Practice talking slower. You always want to have a slight smile. This isn't the trick yet. I'm going to get to it. And when you talk, use your hands to draw his attention towards things that you're aware that he may want to, that may get his attention. Put it like that. So if you know you have a beautiful face, you're pointing here. Here's a psychological trick. It's not a trick, it's a strategy. Proven. When men think that they have a chance of getting you, but you never verbalize that you want them to get you, right? When he's questioning, could I get her? I think I could get her if I tried. He's going to continue to try to get your attention to validate his suspicions. Let me explain what I mean. One of the most effective ways to flirt is to make him feel like he has a shot with you. You don't say it. You show it through your presence. You got me? But you don't say it. You have to create a little bit of cognitive dissonance. You know what that means? Meaning that you're doing one thing that makes him feel one way, but in the other way, you're doing it differently. They do it to y'all. They flirt with you and they touch you, but then they treat you like a friend. Makes you pursue them harder, doesn't it? Do the same thing. You give them those eyes that makes him be like, she really liked me, huh? When you talk, you do so on and so forth and blah, 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 and da, 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 and so on and so forth. You pull him in through your soft way of speaking. But you don't give him too much. You always leave him in a position until he approaches you properly. You leave him in a position of feeling slightly confused about, but does she really like me? So after he helps you and everything like that, thanks so much. I've been looking for new friends here, so thanks so much. It's nice to meet new people. Bro, you're so helpful. I hate bro. But they do it with us, so why not do it with them? You throw it off. You be like, do she like me? Do she not? Confuse them just a little bit. Just a little bit. You flirt with them one day, and then the next time that you see him, you acknowledge his presence, but you don't give him too much energy. You're in a rush. Throw him off a little bit. Then the next time you see him, hey, how are you? Maybe he reaches out for a hug this time. You give him a big hug. Then the next time, he's waiting on that hug. But the next time is, hey, how you doing? And just tap on the shoulder. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. That's how you flirt. You confuse him a little bit. You make him feel, she liked me, but I can't tell. Doesn't that work? Because y'all be confused by how these men feel about you, and you will sit on the phone with one of your best friends for 2 hours trying to decipher how he feels about you. Why? Because it seemed like it was confused. Like, did he not? He did this, but he didn't do that. This day he did this, but today he did that. And that confusion draws you in more. It draws you in more. It draws you in more. Why do you think it doesn't work in reverse? Use it, baby. This is the first video in a series on how to flirt. There's so much more to it, but I think this is a good starting point. It's going to get a lot of y'all a lot of results. All right? Anyway, if you don't have my book, go ahead and get it. It's called Get Out of Your Own Way, a guide to letting go of the things that's holding you back. It's available where books are sold. You can't miss it. MJ Harris, bestseller already. Also, if you want to schedule a coaching session with me, I don't know if I have any available sessions. So if you click the link that's directly above or below this video, or the link that's on my social media pages, you'll be able to schedule a session with me. Okay? So go ahead and get it locked in now while there is any available. If there are any available, I have no idea. And I'm looking forward to talking to you. Bye.